Hello and welcome you to my video class on water governance and water policy. And in this video, we are mainly discussing about changing incentives through regulations. So myself Vishwanath our team, and we'll see that today's discussion we are mainly discussing about introduction part of changing incentives through regulations and importance of incentive based instruments for water resource management. So here incentive based instrument for water resource management and importance of changing incentives through regulations, right? So now we will understand the basic concept. So here the incentive means a thing that motivates or encourages someone to do something. So here it is what it is, some material, maybe it is like no some money, and that is to mainly to motivate or encourage someone to do something, right? So these kind of tools they use it in many places in like no in organizations also they will use the same incentives method to motivate the employees to do the some more work. So here also we can apply in water resource management if we see the some examples, right? So the example related to water resource management, so one example is giving an incentives to farmer. So here incentives we are giving to the farmer, right? So the farmer to improve water management, so in for their farmland, so they can improve the water management, right? So maybe it is like no drip irrigation. So instead of flood irrigation, farmers may go for drip irrigation, but it requires some motivation. So that motivation we can give by subsidies. So we can give subsidies grant from government or from a public body. So public body means government organizations or some other organizations where we can motivate the farmer to go for drip irrigation instead of flood irrigation. Why? Because flood irrigation consumes the more water compared to drip irrigation, right? So that's what we can give subsidy, subsidy mainly to, and purpose of giving subsidies to only to motivate the farmer to go for drip irrigation. And if you go for in a corporate sector or you can go for in a private sector, right? So even private sector involvement should be there in a water resource management. So to motivate the private sector industries, right, even we can go for incentives method, not only for individual, even we can go for organizations, even we can go for firm also, right? So here at the tax concession incentives in terms of tax concession to organizations, right, to stimulate greater output, so greater result as well as investment in a water resource engineering field, right? So you can see in this, right, in the image how the people are encouraging and how happily he is going for work or to do the work related to water resource management, right? These kind of things we can do by incentives. So now incentives are mainly related to subsidies, rewards, taxes and penalties, right? Incentives means only it is mainly to motivate the employees or motivate the person, but in the form of subsidies as well as rewards as well as taxes and even penalties also. So we'll see one by one, right? So incentives through regulation is an effective approach. It is very effective approach for environmental protection. So nowadays it is becoming a very effective method for environmental protection. Why? Because we are going from top to bottom to up approach. So here the people stakeholders should be encouraged. So now here first one is by giving the rewards. So we know what you mean by rewards, right? So giving some prize money for best performance and even giving best honors, like no, for their achievements, for their good work. So these kind of things you can encourage the people and even they'll get motivated to do the good things. So even similarly penalty also, how we are giving for good thing encouragement, even we have to control the bad activities. So bad activities in the term of if the people are making pollution and if the people are using illegal water, then even you can make the fine, and that by using issuing the penalties, right? So even not only rewards and not only penalties, even we are going for collection of environmental taxes. So collection of environmental taxes in the form of legalization. So legalization of permission to pollute. Why? Because we have to go for industries, because we need the employment for youth. So then when we'll get employment for the youth? By getting or generating the employment, and by only by developmental activities. That's what even we are going for legalization of pollutant. And to make the pollution, even it has to go for it has to pay the taxes, even we are collecting taxes, right? So next, so now we'll understand importance of incentives based instrument for water resource management. So it is a new method, right? It is a now recent method, and we are not we are going in command and control regulation methods. We are going with a good and effective methods, and we'll now understand what we mean by incentives based instrument methods for water resource management. And first we will understand why it is needed, why it is important, why nowadays it is taking the more popularity, and why people are more moving towards from command and control to incentives based method for water resource management. So one by one we'll see. Water is one of the our most precious, I am repeating in all the videos, right, giving the importance of fresh water. So water is one most precious, vulnerable resource, and it is valuable resource and fundamental for maintenance of human health, economic activities, and critical ecosystem functions, right? So water is one of the most precious means what, how we are calling diamond and gold precious. Similarly, in one time it will come, water also called as one of the precious material and valuable resource and fundamental for human health. How, why we are calling it is a fundamental to human health? Why? Because if you're not getting sufficient water to drink, then you may get a hydrations, right? So that may cause some other problems. Even for good health, water is very important. Minimum of some conditions will be there. And even it is very important for economical activities. Economical activities means what? Industrial activities, transportation activities, commercial activities. So all are indirectly or directly depends on the availability of water resources. So here also availability of water resource may takes the control of economical activities as well as the functioning of ecosystem is what? Surrounding the nature. So whatever we have a surrounding nature, it all depends on the availability of the water resource, right? So even water takes the main role for ecosystem functioning as well as economical activities as well as the human condition or human lifestyle in the present situation. So and even we know the importance of water, but we can see now clear sign, we can see now present days, we can see a clear sign of over exploitation means what? We are using more water. How much water is making the recharge, and more than the recharge water we are using, that is called as the over exploitation of available fresh water resource. And water quality is becoming increasingly degraded. Water quality is increasingly degrading due to water pollution. So one problem is in over exploitation, right, because of increasing the population. So how population is increasing day by day, and even using of water is also changing from day by day from the technology also. And even we are making the pollution of water, or we are making the degradation of water quality by making the pollution, right? These are the main two problems. So that results in ability. So these two factors will affect inability to meet the basic human and ecosystem needs. So as I told, human is required water as well as the ecosystem is required water. Because of this over exploitation and making pollution, it is making inability of meet the basic human and ecosystem need. Next, with the traditional approach of command and control regulations. You can see it is very important word. So here it is, command and control regulations. Earlier in a traditional method we used to go for command and control. Command and control means what? Top to bottom approach. All the rules and regulations will be made from the top people, and that rules and all the rules and regulations should followed by the people. But that is what now it is not becoming popular. Why? Because it has some limitations. So now we are going from command and control, right? So that having proven insufficient, so it is also good, but it is a insufficient, it is not effective method to address these challenges, whatever challenges we have over exploitation and pollution, right? So that is not it has insufficient, right? New approach policies are needed, so that's required. New approaches of water resource management, and as well as water resource management will be made from the policies, rules and regulations. So here new approaches are required, as well as rules and regulations which are required to manage also need to be changed, right? So that's what. So policymakers and water managers are showing increasingly interest in incentive based instrument to reduce pressure on water resource. So nowadays whatever policymakers are there, all of elected representatives and experts, water resource experts are showing more increasingly interest in incentives based instrument to reduce the water pressure on water resource, correct? So, and why policymakers and water managers are showing the increasing? Why? Because whatever we are managing the water resource, and that management is mainly due to law and regulations. Law and regulations have been the primary policy tools, right? In the most of the region, law and regulation have been the prime policy tools to employ improvement of environmental outcomes. So in many countries, not in only few countries, in many countries whatever water resource management is taking place is mainly due to rules and regulations. So that's what, even whatever we want to do, that activities has to be conducted based on proper rules and regulations, right? So now however, over the past several decades, if you see the history of developmental activities in the management of water resource, right, few decades, right, whatever environmental policy toolkit, right, we are environmental policies that we are using as a tool, right, to make the good management, right? So environmental policy toolkit has expanded to include incentives based instrument. So that is, now we are going to incentives based instrument that use financial means. See here, it is very important. Financial means what? Encouragement with giving some motivation through economical assistance, right? So that is what financial means, directly or indirectly, very important. Financial means, and directly or indirectly to motivate responsible parties to reallocate water, to make the reallocate or making the recharging and making in a original condition, how degraded is there, no, and coming from degraded to original condition of water resource, as well as reduce the health and environmental risk, even reduce the health and environmental risk posed by their facilities. So here it is, they has to come with the techniques of facilities or processes or products. It may be a product, or it may be a processes, or it may be a facilities in terms of solution, right? Whatever the experts are there, who we are increasing the through incentives based methods, right? They has to come with the solutions, with ideas, with the innovative ideas. So from that we can do it, and it is adopted in many countries, and that adopted countries have shown good result in water resource management. They have shown in good result mainly in developing countries like Australia and America. They are mainly going through incentives method, and they have got positive results and positive developmental in the management of water resource. So next, some incentives based instrument for water resource management in some countries. We can see some of the methods, right? So which they are using to make the incentive methods, right? So one is water trading. So refers to temporary or permanent transfer of right to use water. So here it is what? Temporary or permanent transfer of right to use water in exchange for some form of compensation. So it is what? See here, it is like no maybe a private organization, or maybe like no public organization, or maybe for few like no few villages, like no, you can go for urban to urban, agriculture to agriculture, right? So here it is what government is making complete or partial or temporary transformation of right to use to some organizations or some cities or some public organizations. They are giving with some compensation means what? Some deposit has to be made, and from that they can use it. So when they are paying some money, when they are considering it as a good or some value, then people automatically they will manage, like no they will manage carefully, right? That is what called a trading. We can understand what you mean by trading means what? It is making some business. So here we are making business with water. Why? It has to, people has to know the value of water, right? So it perhaps the best known and most widely used method for reallocating water. This method is very famous and is best and widely used methods. Next, payment for ecosystem service. Payment for ecosystem service, so refers to payment to land resource managers. Payment to whom? Payment is like no payment is made by the government, but to whom? Like no payment will be made to land or resource, to land or resource manager in exchange of guaranteed flow of environmental services. So mainly payment will be made to many organizations or any persons or any individuals or any departments. But what we are getting the guarantee? The guarantee will be taken that to make the changes in the water resource management. Correct. For example, any private sector. So private sector is telling that will manage the water resource with a good condition, and from that government is paying some incentives, maybe in a tax concession, or maybe like no giving some like no rewards, or giving some like no some incentives to improvement. So but we have to take care of the getting the services, right? So then the payment are made to environmental services environmental service provider by beneficiary of those services. Not only for government, even for private organizations also. If private organizations are get need some water resource management, then private sector has to pay the service providers, right? So that is what, to whom and who will pay. Next, water quality trading. So first one is water trading, second one is payment for ecosystem services. So here ecosystem is what? Some water developmental activities. If you make a water developmental activities, you will get some money. So but in third method, water quality trading. Water quality trading, so here also don't get confused with the first method. It is water quality trading, that is just water trading. So is an incentives based approach, as I told, incentive based approach for reducing or controlling water pollution. Mainly it is related to controlling water pollution. Under such a system, polluters, whatever polluters are there, are guaranteed a permit to pollute. So here permission will be issued to pollute, right? And these permits are can be budget and sold among the polluters. So here also they are making some like no penal in, not directly penalty, but they are collecting the taxes. So here exactly water quality trading is what? The polluters, whatever industries or individuals, they will make pollution, but here the polluters are given permissions, or legally they given a permission by issuing the licenses. But here the budgeting will be made, means there will be collections of money of in the term of tax or in the form of fees, right? So here money will be collected, and that method is called as water quality trading. So next we'll go for importance of changing incentives through regulations. So now we understood what you mean by incentives, and we understood what you mean by incentives based instrument methods for water resource management. So now we'll go through why changing is required or changes is required through regulations, not only simply we have to make changes through rules and regulations, right? So now one by one, right? So regulations and incentives based instruments are frequently operate along one another. So if we see regulations and incentives based instruments are works with each other, they are dependent each other. So that's what they must be integrated. Whatever regulations and incentives based instruments will be integrated within a border of watershed management, right? So they must be integrated within a border watershed management effort. So whenever we are making the managemental activities, that should be integrated. Regulations should manage with incentives based methods, right? So why we'll discuss why, because decision about whether and how. So decision about whether, how to apply a particular instrument depending on specific objectives. The decision about whether, how to apply a particular instrument depends on specific objectives. So it all depends on the what kind of objectives we are framing. So based on the objectives, decision will be taken. And even circumstance, even it depends on circumstance and conditions and need to give for area. So even we are going for importance to given for that area, so even that area will be considered, and based on the area importance, even rules and regulations and incentives will change from one place to another place, and that changing conditions are objectives, circumstance, conditions, need for at given areas, right? So next, finally, the monitoring and evaluation are essential to the success. Right here, it is what when you are telling that method is very good and it will come very successful result, but that successful result will get by proper monitoring and evaluation time to time. Essential for success of any instrument. Success of any instrument. In particular, monitoring and evaluation helps encourage monitoring evaluation helps ensure outcomes are achieved. So whatever I told, no, it depends on objectives, then objective should be fulfilled. That fulfillment of objective will be made through monitoring as well as evaluation, whether whatever we are doing it is correct or whether it is making some wrong result, where we are making some mistakes, that will be monitored and it will be evaluated to ensure outcomes are achieved. Mainly it is what outcomes are achieved, right? And allowed for adjustment. Allowed for adjustment means what? Changes in response to changing in social. So mean is what? Adjustment. So why adjustment? Because in the response to, actually it is a response to changing in social. So changing in social means what? Society, changing in the society. So you can say changing in society, right? We are going with urbanization, heavy urbanization, and we are going with a different, like, no, tall buildings, and even we are going with high rise buildings. In high rise building, water management is different and in village areas, right? So that's what society is changing, society lifestyle is changing, society user pattern is changing, right? And even we are changing in the agriculture also. Earlier we used to go for flood irrigation, now we are going for drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation, right? So that's what change in the society, change in the economic. So even it is in economic also we are changing, right? So earlier they used to do a small scale like, no, industries. Now we are getting bigger industries and we are getting high technologies. Due to high technologies, our economical activities are increasing, and based on the economic requirement also our rules and regulation has to be changed. Our incentives, like, no, amount or incentives method all be changed with the change in the technology, right? As well as environmental conditions. Even we have to, whether we have a good technology and even we have a good society, but even we have to take care about the environmental conditions. We cannot live without the environment. Environment is a main, and from environment only we can live properly. You can see, right? We are going from greenery to non-greenery because of the change in the climate condition, and even we are going with fresh condition to polluted conditions of the rivers, right? So monitoring should be evaluate the additionality. So monitoring should evaluate what kind of new things are required, right? Which kind of additions we have to make for programs. Program is what? Improvement programs. For the improvement programs, evaluation has to done what kind of new things are required, right? So that is whether program has an effective when compared with some baselines. So you have to check whether there is a change in the baseline, how earlier it was and now how it is. And it should also examine any potential impact on surrounding areas. It also check impact on the surrounding area and durability of the environment. So mean the work of monitoring, it should be evaluate the additional requirements as well as effect when compared with the baseline. Effect with compared with the baseline means what? Earlier condition and what condition is changed now after the implementation, and even potential impact on the surrounding areas and durability of the program, right? So however, extensive monitoring requirements would increase transaction cost. See, even you can going for you, we have a solutions, right? So we have a many solution. As an engineer, we have a many solutions, but even we have to think about other aspect also. Other aspect means what? We have engineering solutions. What about the investment? What about the investment and what about the rules and regulation? That's what. However, extensive monitoring requirement would increase transaction cost and potential threatening the viability of the program. So here it is what? Threatening or like no, we have to check whether it is a viability means what? Workability of condition or program. Even we have to check the sustainability or the condition of the program, whether it go for long term or it will be failed within a time. So that is what? Viability of the program. Next, thus the need for monitoring evaluation must be balanced. So both monitoring evaluation must be balanced, right? Both monitoring as well as evaluation must be managed balanced with the potential consideration of ability to maintain the viability of the program. So that what we are making valuation as well as monitoring, but we have to check about the viability, right? So next, changing incentives is required through changing in the policies. So whatever changing in the incentives is required through changing in the policies. So why? Because I told no, it is the evaluation and monitoring. That evaluation and monitoring will be made through policies, right? And policies will depend on the workability. So when workability will be good, when we are getting the support from the people. So that's what it has to be changed with policy changes or regulations with time to time. So I use the word time to time as effective tool. So why you have to change? We have to use as effective tool for requirement of present situation. If we see now in 2000, like no 2020, we are mainly focusing on UN General Assembly adaptation of up to 2030 agenda, right? We have some agenda of up to 2030, that is for sustainable development, that includes 17 SGDs, sustainable development goals. So that sustainable development goal total 17 are there, but if you see first one is elimination, like no, it is a elimination of poverty, means it is related to poverty elimination. Then no hunger, no, and everyone has to get a food, and health facilities, and even education, all people should get education, and gender equality, and even clean water and sanitation. Out of 17, just I taken a 6 point. One is poverty elimination, and no hunger, right? And good health system, education to all, and no gender equality, and good water and sanitation, and some others are there. And whatever policy we are making now in all the countries, all are focusing on sustainable development goal agenda of up to 2030, right? So that's what we have to change rules and regulations based on the present situations. So thank you for watching my video.